What's up guys, my name is Javier and welcome back to Tool Craze. I've been asked by a bunch of viewers to review the cordless oscillating multi-tool from Makita, and I was able to get my hands on one, so that's what we're going to take a look at today. Multi-tools are great for all sorts of stuff. They can cut metal, wood, and other materials. They're also good for sanding and scraping, and they're even good for tile, such as removing thinset and grout. While they're not necessarily the best tool for each of the many jobs they can do, they shine in the ability to do many jobs that would otherwise require plenty of tools to use. And because they're compact, they can fit into some tight, awkward spots. One job that they stand out in is plunge cutting, as they don't require pilot holes to start cuts. So today we're going to take a look at the latest Makita 18-volt LXT multi-tool, the XMT03Z model. I believe this is their second cordless multi-tool, and although it looks mostly the same as their previous model, there are a couple of changes. The previous model had an LED light on the front, and it also required a hex key for blade changes, but with this model you get the opposite. With the addition of the latch and pin system for toolless blade changes, but because of the way it's implemented, the latch when closed goes over the front of the tool, so it doesn't have an LED light. If it did, it wouldn't be of much use since the latch would cover the light. I would have liked to have seen a light to help out in low light situations, but I survived this far without a light, so I'm okay with it. I'd rather have the toolless blade change system instead if I could only pick one or the other. With the battery, it's a bit big, and it's actually noticeably heavier than corded models. It's got a bit of weight to it, but it's a nice weight. It gives it a solid feel, and it lets you know that it's a quality tool. You know how some products are super light and it makes them feel cheap? This is the opposite of that, as it's got a good weight to it. One thing I would have liked on this unit would have been a fuel gauge, so I can gauge how much battery juice is left at any given time, so I know if there's enough juice to keep working, or if it's time to charge the battery and swap it out for a new one. But they do give you the next best thing, which is a low battery indicator light that blinks to let you know when the batteries need to be charged. It's got a variable speed dial on the left, so you can speed up or slow down the oscillations to suit the application. I appreciate the quality and the feel of the dial as you switch speeds. It's very easy to turn, and it has a nice click to it. It just screams quality. I know this seems like I'm making a big fuss over something as little as a dial, but on other multi-tools the dials are clunky to operate, and it sometimes requires some good effort to turn. And like many of Makita's cordless tools, it incorporates a very useful feature that can even save your butt. If you for some reason leave the power switch on, and then you insert the battery, it won't turn on. This way you don't accidentally damage the blade or the work surface. Another thing that I noticed was that the battery holder rattles a bit. I later found out that it wasn't really the battery compartment, as the connection is solid, but the back of the tool right here pivots slightly to absorb vibrations so it doesn't transfer harmful vibrations back to the battery. One of the few things that's harmful to batteries is vibration, and it's nice to see that Makita took precautionary steps to avoid damaging the batteries with normal use. I also like the refined smooth start on the motor, and that lets you know that it's a quality tool. So now that we got the features out of the way, let's take a quick look at its performance so we can see what it can do. The first project I tested it out on was cutting out some shims that I used to install a pre-hung door. There were quite a few of them, and the Makita multi-tool made quick and easy work out of them. To tell you the truth, this wasn't really a hard task for the multi-tool, as these shims are made out of very soft wood, so the multi-tool didn't even break a sweat. After I finished the door installation, my next project was building some shelves along the walls. I had to make some notches with 2x4s to fit the pieces together, but my problem was that the 2x4s were already on the wall. I didn't want to remove the lumber from the wall, and to make matters worse, the cut needed to be right at the corner of the wall. Luckily, the multi-tool makes an excellent tool, as it can get into those awkward situations such as this one, and make great use of its plunge cutting capabilities. The next project I had was to remove some nails that were sticking out in a small framing project that I did. I was impressed with its metal cutting for a cordless unit, as it was faster and had more power than the other cordless unit I tried out. It cut them relatively quick for a cordless battery-powered multi-tool. It has very nice power for a cordless multi-tool, and I was impressed at how fast it cut those shims in the beginning, as it just tore them up. The other cordless multi-tool I tried out was a 12-volt unit, and this unit definitely has a lot more power. It's not the kind of power you get from a corded multi-tool, as you can't really push too hard on the blades. You really have to let the tool do the work and not push too hard. But for a cordless multi-tool, it doesn't disappoint. I used the multi-tool with a 3.0 amp hour battery, which is what you would get if you bought it with the kit, and I was able to get 17 minutes of non-stop use at full speed. I know that 17 minutes doesn't sound like all that much, but you can get a lot of work done in that amount of time. And you do have to remember that this type of tool draws a lot of power to get it to do what it can do. so 17 minutes is actually pretty good. And if you do less intensive work such as sanding and scraping, you can get much longer run times as that doesn't max out the motor. And as for vibration, I purposely didn't use gloves so I can get a good feel, and like all multi-tools, you can feel the tool vibrate. It's not the best or the worst I felt, and is somewhere in the middle. I would say that out of a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most vibration, I would say it's between a 5 and a 6. And if you're wondering how loud this unit gets, I use a decibel meter to measure sound, and it measures in at 68 decibels on low and 84 decibels on high. So overall, I think Makita did a great job on this multi-tool. Even though it's a bit bigger and heavier than competing models, although it's not too heavy, it does a great job at what it's meant to do. The runtime is good and the power is good. Just don't expect corded power. I also appreciate how Makita took a look at the previous model and updated it so that users now have hassle-free blade changes with the new latch and pin system. I happen to get it as a bare tool, which is priced at around $120, and you get the multi-tool itself and one plunge cut wood blade. The multi-tool uses the OIS interface, which stands for Oscillating Interface Standard, and it comes with a couple of adapters so you can use with other popular blades that don't use the OIS interface. You can also buy it in a kit that comes with everything you get with the bare tool, plus two 3.0 amp hour lithium-ion batteries. The great thing about these batteries is that they charge extremely fast. Instead of the usual hour to charge a battery this size, they charge in half the time at only 30 minutes. You also get the fast charger and a hard plastic case. And the price for the full kit is around $300. I left you guys a couple of links below in the description if you're interested in purchasing this bad boy. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. Let me know what you guys think of this Makita 18-volt cordless multi-tool in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on social media, and for more tool info, check out toolcraze.net. Over at the website, you can find plenty of content not seen here in this YouTube channel, such as tool news, tool deals, and even reviews not shown in this channel. New content is updated regularly, so stop by often. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.